Neti. Welcome to Yoga Studio Satya's tutorial on how to do a neti pot. This is part of our bigger workshop called You Can Beat Snot. And if you're interested in our workshop, You Can Beat Snot, you can email us at yogastudiosatya.ms. So Satya is S-A-T-Y-A-M-S, like the state, at gmail.com, or like us at Yoga Studio Satya MS on Facebook. And you can get great snot busting tips, our whole workshop on how to beat snot. Rex has joined us, volunteered to help teach everyone about the neti pot and its wondrous wonders. So Rex, why did you start using a neti pot? What were your sinuses like before?
I had terrible sinuses and could not breathe most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And
what do you do that makes breathing so important?
I race mountain bikes.
Yeah.
And ride bikes in general.
Yeah. Need a lot of air.
It helps to breathe.
Helps to breathe. Definitely. Very cool. So, since you've been neti potting, how are the sinuses?
Much better.
Much better.
I stay open all the time.
Yeah. Did you think it was going to be weird?
Yes.
Was it weird?
At first.
Yeah. Is it weird now?
Gotten used to it now.
Gotten used to it. Not so weird. Okay. Very cool. So neti potting is a great way to clear all of the mucus and the sticky gookiness out of your head. So it's instant relief from your mucus. Faster than any pill could ever work. So it also cleans out allergens and irritants, which no pill can do. There's no way that a pill can flush the irritants out. So pollen, dander, dust, harsh chemicals that you might clean your house with or work around at work, bleach, artificial fragrances, all of that. It also helps to soothe and moisturize the nasal passages. Would you call it soothing when you do your neti pot?
Yes.
Soothing.
Extremely soothing.
Excellent. And then an important thing that we don't think of in our quest for relief, but actually matters, is keeping the mucus from going deeper. So all this mucus that's produced up here flows down the back of your throat as postnasal drip. Postnasal drip is actually the cause of a lot of sore throats. So we think like that burning hot sensation, would be like a pitta or a fire element disorder. They actually start usually as a mucus disorder, and then and it chews up your throat, and that's where the fire and the irritation start. Second. First, it's usually the snotty, mucusy, sticky. Alright. Anybody can neti pot. How often do you neti pot in the spring?
2 to 3 times a day. Morning time, pretty much always nighttime, before bed, and sometimes mid-afternoon.
If you have an issue.
Yeah. And if I'm riding and I've been on a ride, generally before I shower and I get back from mountain biking in the woods in the dust.
Picking up a lot of dirt.
Yeah.
Flush it out.
Breathe it in. Especially if you're riding with a lot of people and you're behind.
Yep. Definitely. Or just be first. So airplanes, another time that you're going to be picking up viruses. You can actually flush a virus out of your nasal passages before it ever infects you. So a lot of my clients will neti pot before and after they fly. So say before they get to vacation, but right as soon as they fly, get to the hotel, flush out your sinuses, and prevent that canned recycled air with everybody's coughing from going into your system. So everybody can neti pot. My niece started neti potting when she was about 4 or 5. I've seen more than one 4-year-old successfully neti pot on their own and really get a lot of benefit from it. So how old can people start neti potting? Depends on the kid. If your kid is curious and fairly mature for their age and they see you neti potting and they're like, I don't want to have boogers, then you can go ahead and start them neti potting kind of as soon as they're old enough to handle it. That's a judgment thing that a parent can easily make. You know your own kid.
Cool.
All right. So, you want to tell us what goes into a neti pot?
Salt and baking soda, basically.
Salt and baking soda. Alright, so there's lots of kinds of neti pots. I like a ceramic neti pot for a couple of reasons. It's a natural material and you can boil it or put it in the dishwasher, which sterilizes it. If your whole family is using the neti pot, or you have a guest neti pot, you're going to want to sanitize it. That's how boiling works.
I don't want someone else's nose up my nose.
You don't want somebody's neti in your pot. So they do make commercially pre-measured packets. It's just salt and baking soda in there, sodium bicarbonate, and sodium chloride, salt and baking soda. And they make these, which are great for traveling. Great if you're new to the neti pot. When you buy your neti pot, it usually comes with some packets in there. It's pre-measured, you don't have to think about it. If you're traveling, you don't have to haul around a bunch of stuff and mix it up at the time or in a hurry. It's just easier. But you don't have to buy these. So Rex, why don't you show us with the commercial packet and the ceramic neti pot how you make a neti pot. So you can also make a plastic variety. It's got sort of a soft nozzle for your nose. It's sealed so you can cover up the air holes and shake it to mix it. They make a jet style neti pot where you don't tip your head. You just squeeze it and the pressure goes up and flushes out. And they make a bullhorn variety that's a little bit more ergonomic, and people like those too. So Rex is getting water that's baby bottle temperature. So test it on your wrist, just like you would a baby bottle. And it should be comfortable on your wrist. If it's comfortable there, thanks. It's comfortable in your nose. You don't want to burn yourself in your nose. If you don't want to buy the commercial packets, you don't have to. So you can put baking soda, like you buy at your grocery store, and salt, non-iodized. So sea salt works, or one that specifically says non-iodized. Iodine stings. Don't want it. And it's about a 1/4 teaspoon of each for a neti pot, about that size.
I like these.
Yeah, they're handy dandy. If you want some additives, or you have an issue with your neti pot, message us, get on the Facebook, message us, Yoga Studio Satya MS, and we'll talk about it. There's some additives that can work on specific problems, herbs and oils that can go in there, or maybe your mixture's a little bit off, and we can help you with that. So questions?
Cool.
Blow us up. Alright. How to neti pot.
Now to do the neti pot.
The first thing you want to do is test your nostrils. You're always going to have one dominant nostril that flows a little easier, and that's where you start. Alright, so have some paper towels handy, or a towel. Kleenex or facial tissues fall apart a little easily, so you probably don't want to do those.
Good paper towels are good.
A paper towel or a towel that you can wash and be over your sink. You can also do this in the shower. It's totally cool. You're going to start in a more open nostril. So that fluid, your saline solution, is going to go into your sinuses, which are here. That gives you those under eye bags when they're pressury. And they're up here. That gives you that sinus headache when it's pressury. And then all the way to the inner chamber of the ear, the one that's open from the inside into your ears. And you can also make this gorgeous hawking loogie noise. And you can run the water to clean the passage from your nose into the throat, and you'll get the salt water in your mouth and you just spit it. And that's what prevents and cleans out like the whole sore throat scene that's caused by there. So I got my neti pot. It should taste salty, like your blood is salty. It should be warm, like your blood is warm, right? Because you want to kind of match your blood. There. Alright, so this is my more open side. Oh, I'm good, because I switched sides. Alright, so I like to take a breath, put the neti pot in there, and steadily blow out. There you go. Until the water starts flowing. So you can even talk and definitely breathe while you're neti potting. If you're blocked, stuff is going to be coming out. Right? There's information in there, so look. See what's coming out. Notice how much. And then in the mouth, you make the loogie noise. And you'll get saline in your mouth. Alright? And you just do the whole pot. Gently let it flow out. And you can even plug a nostril and get extra out. See, I didn't even feel sinusy, and yet I got something. There was a deep bit of mucus hiding in there, getting ready to burrow deeper into my system, to go into my stomach and start building up. So then you just, you don't want to like blow hard when you got the water. So let the water drain out, and then block your nose. Not something to do on a first date. It's not super attractive, but it is super effective. So
maybe the second date.
Maybe the second date. I have done that.
Mm-hmm.
First date. You need a neti pot. And I made someone neti pot on a date once. It was bad. So, how do you feel after you neti pot?
Soothing and relief.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Feels good.
Something to get used to, but it works great.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Very cool.
Can be habit forming, which is good.
Yeah.
It's a good habit.
Well, when something is effective and it makes you feel better, it's not hard to make it part of your routine every day. So, thank you for joining us at Yoga Studio Satya MS, and like us on Facebook if you want the full workshop on how to beat snot with this and other tips, spring colds, allergies, hay fever, the whole thing. Give us a shout.
All right.